Hello everyone, my name is Jitendra Bafna. I am a senior MuleSoft architect. In this video, we are going to learn what is rate limiting and what is rate limiting with SLA base. So basically you can apply two kind of policies. One is rate limiting and one is rate limiting with SLA base. So basically in rate limiting you can you can restrict a number of requests within some time interval. Okay. In case of rate limiting SLA, like you can do the same thing, like you can restrict the number of requests within some time interval, but it will be the per client actually. So it will be depending on it will be the per client. So each client will be assigned to some tier, and in that tier we will assign some limit basically. Okay. So in case of rate limiting, it will always apply globally, to all the client. But there is something like, in rate limiting there are something like identifier. So each identifier, each identifier can have its own rate limiting. So we will see all this in our demonstration. So basically why we apply the rate limiting policies. So basically there are some kind of attacks where it's a denial of service and a distributed denial of service. So what does denial of service means? So when you're getting a lot of requests from one source at a time, which is intentionally, okay. So we are getting thousands of requests, within 1 minute we get a millions of requests within 1 minute. Why we get the such kind of request? Somebody try to attack your APIs to make your resource utilization and CPU utilization and the memory utilization very high, to crash your runtime, right? So in case of distributed denial of service, it's the same thing, but we get the request from the some bad actors from multiple sources. So to make your CPU utilization and memory utilization high, so your runtime get crashed. To avoid such kind of issues, we can use these policies provided by the MuleSoft. Okay, so let me go to my Anypoint platform. I have some API already. Okay, so which is deployed on MuleSoft runtime, and we have created a proxy on the top of that. Now I have to apply a rate limiting policy on top of this. So I will go to policies. I can apply new policy. So I can search for rate limiting policy. I will select the latest one. It is always recommended to select the latest policy. So I can say 10. I will say 5 requests in 1 minute. I will show you what this identifier means later. Okay, so you can process a 5 requests within the time period of 1 minute. Okay, apply. So generally once you apply the policy, it take around 40 to 45 seconds to policy get reflect on your API. Okay, so let's wait for few more seconds. Okay, now I will try to send a 5 request. Let's see what happens with different customer ID. So this time I use second request. I can send third request. I can send fourth request. I can send fifth request. Now this will be sixth request. So what we got error? Quota has been exceeded. A 429 too many request, right? So we got this error. If I tried again, it should be same error. Doesn't matter if customer ID is also different. Okay. Then if I now what I have to do. So basically I want to do something like this. So if I'm getting some different IP address. So basically X IP address I'm getting the so basically I need to allow 5 requests no per minute for each and every IP addresses, so basically I will get the IP address as a parameter. I will use that IP address as a identifier. So I want to allow if request coming from some unique source, so I have to allow the 5 requests for that particular source for per every minute. How I can do that? So let me show you. So I will go to a rate limiting policy. So I have mentioned you a parameter called identifier. So I can say edit. So in this I can say hash attributes dot headers. Even you can pass as a query parameter whatever you can choose your own identifier. I am choosing X IP address as my own identifier. Okay, so you can pass this X IP address into the header parameter. So I can pass this as a so I can say 192.168.9.10 whatever. So I will keep as it is for now. So I am saying this is my identifier. So basically now I am allowing like 5 requests per minute for each source, for each client or for each unique IP address. Basically apply. So let's wait for few seconds till policy gets applied. Let's try now. So I will try to send the 5 requests this particular IP address. 5. Now let's 6. It is failed. The quota has been exceeded. If I change the IP address, it will accept. Okay. So let me change my IP address again to 10. It should fail. Now let me try some request. For 11th also, its quota has been completed. Okay, for 10 also quota completed. I can try 9. Okay, it's allowed for 9. So now still 10 quota has been exceeded. 11, let me check 10. So let's wait for few seconds. So now 10 is successful. Let me check 11. 11, everything is everything is fine. So let me try with 9. For 9 quota has been exceeded. For 10 it should work. For 11 it should work. So that is how you can utilize a identity field in a rate limiting policy. Okay. Now I will move to some other policy. I will remove this rate limiting policy for now. So I think you got how you can use the rate limiting policy in your for your Mule APIs. Okay. So next thing, I will apply a policy with rate limiting SLA base. So for applying rate limiting with SLA base, we need to define a SLA tiers. So before without doing that, we cannot create a SLA policies or rate limiting with SLA. So what I am saying, I will say something like a platinum. I am saying yeah, it require manual approval. I am saying you can give me you can process 100 requests within 1 minute. Add the second I can say a silver. where it require automatically approval. You just process a 5 request in 1 minute. Add. Okay. Then policies. Then now I can apply a rate limiting with SLA base. Always choose the latest one that is recommended. Configure policy. That's it. Okay. So this particular policy also required a client ID and the client secret in the header section. Okay. So we will require a client ID because, as I mentioned initially while describing the rate limiting with SLA base, basically it will apply a policy, or it will apply the rate limiting on the basis of client ID. Okay. And whatever a tier we have assigned. So client ID, it required one parameter, and it required a client secret. So it also authenticate or authorize your request. Okay, that's it. Apply. So let's wait. So before that, I want to generate a client ID and the client secret. So I already publish this API into Anypoint Exchange from Anypoint. This is my API. So I can click on this and I can choose one of the endpoint. I can request access. I can select my API instance. Okay. I can create a new application. Okay, and here I can say test client silver. Okay, you can create an application. You can give a description. Simply say create. So once you create, you can select the SLA tier. I will select silver. So silver will allow 5 requests in 1 minute. Say request access. Once you say the request access, it will generate a client ID and the client secret. Just copy somewhere for now. Okay, close it. Now try to send the request without client ID and the client secret. What happens? Let's see. So it will say invalid client ID or the client secret. Okay, let me copy this. Now try to send the request. So it is authenticated. Let me send more 5 requests. But there are some clients saying like I want some more requests, like 5 is very less. So in that case, what you can do, you can select the gold tier. You can you can request access for the gold tier basically. So what you can do, I will go back to my Anypoint Exchange. I will request access. I will select instance. This is the application which we create. I will select test client gold, create. This time I will, sorry, it's a platinum. That's fine. Whatever name, that's fine. You can give a platinum. It request access. Okay. And it has been, your request has been received and pending for approval. So for approving the request, you can go to API manager. So if anybody is accessing request for this gold, because in gold we have set up a manual approval. You can go to your API. Okay, I can go to contracts. In contract, you can just say approve. Once you approve, you know you will get the email, and like you will get the link to get that client ID and the client secret. But I can tell you, like, from API manager where we can get the client ID and the client secret. You can go to client application. In this client application, we have created 2 applications, silver and 1 gold. So this is the application. You can copy this this is the new one, and you can copy this. Okay, let me send the 5 request again with old one. The old one is still working. Okay, the quota has been exceeded. Now I can copy this. Send request. This will accept more than 5 requests because we have allowed 100 requests per minute. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. So this is accepting more than 5 requests because this particular client ID have selected a gold or platinum tier. It is assigned to the gold platinum tier, right? That's why he is able to send more requests, but the other client is assigned to a silver tier, so he can just send the 5 requests per minute. So that is how you can use a rate limiting and rate limiting SLA based policy for your API. I hope you like this video. If you like this video, please click on like and subscribe button. Thanks for watching.